What's going on, Guardians? Avatar here. Today's video, I wanted to show you one of my favorite solo dungeon builds. If you're like me and constantly farming for indebted kindness and banging your head against the wall because you haven't gotten your god roll yet, or you just like doing stuff solo, or you want a fantastic Prismatic Warlock build, this video is for you. So check this out. So we're using Getaway Artist. I know, it did get nerfed a while back, but it still is fantastic. So consuming your Arc Grenade does grant you the Arc Soul, and it amplifies you, which gives you damage resistance. So of course you have to pair that with a Arc Grenade. We're also going to be pairing it with Bleak Watcher, giving us a stasis turret when we consume our grenade to slow targets and freeze them. And then of course, Feed the Void to help us get Devour on any ability kills. And of course it gives us additional health and grenade energy too. We love that. Using Arcane Needle for 3 charges of our melee. Pairing it with Facet of Dawn to get Radiant on powered melee hits. Then we're going to be using Facet of Awakening, so rapidly defeating targets with light or dark damage, or our super grants an elemental pickup. Facet of Protection for more damage resistance. Facet of Purpose, picking up an orb power is going to give us an overshield since we're using a Void super. And then Facet of Courage with our Arc, Solar, and Void abilities, doing increased damage when a darkness debuff is applied, i.e. the Unraveling from Arcane Needle. Pairing that with Nova Bomb. And then we're going to be using Bold Endings for our primary source of damage for our stasis to give us Transcendent Energy, as well as having Enhanced Demolitionist to give us Grenade Energy on kills. Then Choir of One, we all know it's a fantastic auto rifle. It shoots, it goes boom, does massive damage. And then pairing it with Edge Transit with Envious Assassin, Bait and Switch. Couple things I do want to point out in the artifact, using Expanding Abyss, but also using Creeping Chill, because Stasis Weapon Final Blows or slowed or frozen against slowed or frozen targets release a burst that slows, so it just helps spread slow amongst the adds. Expanding Abyss is a staple. Using Galvanic Armor gives us damage resistance when we're amplified, which we're going to get just from consuming our grenade. And then we're going to be using Targeted Autoloader, which basically gives us temporary damage increase to our auto rifle when we're defeating combatants, and it helps reload it as well. And then Sustained Fire to give us even more damage resistance just by shooting our auto rifle. So here are some of the mods. I'm going to be using Stasis and Void Siphon. We're going to be using Double Void Loader, because I hate reloading slow, and Impact Induction, which just damaging with our powered melee is going to give us grenade energy. Going to be using some damage resistance mods. Frankly, use whatever you want. Use reserves, whatever's clever. Going to be using Void Surge mods just to get more damage out. And then we're going to be using Reaper, so get an Orb of Power off of our next weapon Final Blow after using our class ability. Going to be using Powerful Attraction to attract those Orbs of Power to us because we're lazy and we don't want to go running for them. And then we're going to be using Bomber, so reduces our grenade cooldown when we use our class ability. Just trying to be as synergistic as possible going into this. Basically, I, for most of my time, played Destiny solo. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I've definitely done that in the past for the majority of my time here. If you're not wanting to play solo and you're looking for a group to play with, check out the Discord link below. There's a lot of players in there and in our clan as well that we're actively recruiting for if you need anyone to play with or run any type of content. And then, of course, come say hi. We always love playing some stuff. But going into this first encounter, we do want to be using pretty much our abilities here as much as possible, just to get, we already have our super because we sat there for so long. I want to get as much Transcendence energy as I can right now. Right, he's a shield. That way I can just go in and have Transcendence right off the bat and not have to worry about it. Look at that little guy go. Look at him. We love it. So we already have Darkness, so now we're just going to get our light energy. Alright, now let's just run through this real quick, and I'll show you how easy this thing can be. I say that now, but I'll probably die at least 4 times. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe once. Kill all those guys. We're going to have our grenade back by the time... Should have a grenade back. There we go. Then we're going to switch to Choir of One, because it does one-shot these. Give that back so we can get some freezes going on. Super. Whole thing acquire 1. And then let's go into this. Not too bad. I'll take that damage. I've definitely seen people do better. Just damage rotation in general. Get a freeze going right there. Make sure everything's reloaded. Boop. See ya. Okay, then we got these big boys right here. Just kill them real quick. That's nice. He gave us both. And we're just going to switch to acquire 1 because I don't feel like reloading all that and just getting bait and switch out of the way. Plus, acquire 1 is just insanely good. Not the best damage on this, but it's enough to survive because at the end of the day, you don't want to overextend yourself and then just die. Especially if you're trying to do stuff solo, whether it's solo flawless or you just don't want to go through the hassle of constantly like doing this over and over and over again. So, kill these guys right here in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. Got our super back. We're not going to have Prismatic for this, but it's okay. Dude, really? Leave me alone. Okay, so not too bad. I still have like 4 seconds left. Those guys really just ruined my day. Cool. So we should be able to get 1 more phase on this guy. I think there's a big old lantern boy over here that needs to be dealt with. And of course, the less time you spend up here, the better. Get Transcendent real quick from that. And we just screwed that up real bad. Ha! Ha! Oh, man. That's alright. We got our super... 17 phases later, we're going to get this done. But at the end of the day, like, we're not struggling at all for this to get this actually done. I mean, apart from, like, our damage rotation is not being the greatest. But in terms of like survivability, that's the main thing I really wanted to showcase with this, is it's easy. And this is if, like, you know, you're by yourself. So think about if you had somebody else or 2 people. Look at that guy, he's just dead. And we're amplified for so long, too. Perfect. Easy. That's the build. That's how easy it is to actually just jump in here, do this solo. Even if you have to take time and just survive or miss a damage phase, it's not really a big deal. The important part is being able to do it and survive. If you're playing alone, you're playing solo, this is going to be a fantastic build. If you want to give it a try, or if you want to improve it even, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.